Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And this carries into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly, but behind closed doors.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos.
On the keeper. Fumble on the play.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of
a 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. They'll run here with Lindsay. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted. That one was thrown into the end zone, and when they made a play on the ball, it was actually tipped up in the air. And that's not ideal for anyone on defense, because what you're ordinarily taught is to knock the ball down towards the ground, almost like a volleyball player coming over the top and spiking it to make sure that the offensive guys can't catch it on the rebound. They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Now Brown, he lost the football. CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And we're going to have a break in the action. As you can see, Mark Andrews is yet to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago. They're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And that'll be incomplete. He took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
3rd down. And 7 yards to go.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The ball carrier.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 34. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. He'll find Lindsey here. Herbert not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
22-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. This is caught. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Penny will try to punch it in, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Rashad Penny, his first touchdown on the year, and the Broncos have taken the lead. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jackson. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Carroll. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Again, Jackson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
2nd and 2. At the 46.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
This defense is really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
At the 50-yard line.
A shotgun snap, and again to Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Montgomery. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then got back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. To throw is Jackson on third down. That's complete right around the 8. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that'll bring him back within 4. Broncos 10. So you're a boxing guy. How do you score that on your boxing card? A very long drive at 3 points.
And I really want to do my boxing analyst voice right here, but I'm going to keep it normal for us, right? I call it a draw. That type of a drive has to feel good, right? You take it all the way downfield, you control the ball, control the clock. But they only got 3 points out of it. So defensively, it could have been worse, right? So I give it a draw.
And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, it's Herbert. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Throw left side complete. It's Lindsey. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and it will result in a fresh set of downs. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some good-looking matchups on your screen there. One of the best? Yeah, I'll say it. It's in Cleveland. A big test there for the Browns as they'll square off against the L.A. Chargers. In the late afternoon games, all eyes will be on Las Vegas. A glitzy matchup there, where it'll be the Raiders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And lastly, on Sunday Night Football, this will be the one to tune in for, as they've got a good one lined up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little, kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, Herbert throwing middle, but it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it's 3rd down.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Penny, a first down carry. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Holding offense. This is unbelievable.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
From the gun, Herbert. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
38-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Got an open man. It's Scott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
At the 46-yard line.
Now a run with Montgomery. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st down, Broncos.
Now it's Lindsey. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20.
I need to get my swag
And
right
all
now.
the way home for a Broncos score.
Touchdown.
Phillip Lindsey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up
It's
significantly,
skyrocketed.
right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
10 at the 37-yard line.
Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now a carry for Dobbins. Dobbins hit and he fumbles. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
The ball carrier.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
After review of the play,
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Broncos 24, Ravens 6.
From the 38, Jackson. Dancing to his left. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos.
The keeper.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here's Dobbins. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now it's blocked, but he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Justin Tucker to kick
I
off.
remember when they changed the rule, and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things having to kick a longer one now? Much more of a field goal attempt. And the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more blocks.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
They can get 2 points.
they can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Broncos on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Brought down at the 30.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has deployed in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. A short throw caught by Andrews. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Open man here is Scott, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Here's Jackson. Operating from the gun. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Throw left side complete to Scott. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
To throw again, Jackson. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run on 1st down with Evans. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll go right back to Evans. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Evans. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Patrick Queen on the tackle. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Ravens' 20.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league.